Are you struggling with your chrome application and feel like you just can't get it right? But with these techniques I'm going to show you, you'll master it, no problem. If your chrome keeps turning out patchy, dull, or uneven, the issue isn't really the powder, it's your processes and the layer. The first thing I find people do is that they'll put the chrome straight onto a color, for example, black or a white or whatever, and they feel like they're not getting that mirror effect like this. It's look patchy, it looks almost glittery. This is because it doesn't have a smooth surface to apply to. So here's one of the chrome top coats I use. I put an even layer and make sure it is smooth, no bumps, no lumps, no dust, no nothing, and I will spend time on the layer. This is another one I really like, so you can choose either or. And then smooth out the finish. Make sure it is glossy, it is flat, and there's no dust in there. Cure it for 60 seconds or whatever it says, and then go straight on with a good amount of powder and buff it in. I use a sponge, and then once I feel like I've got all the color on, I will use my finger and rub it in slightly as well, just to kind of make sure that that gives you the most mirror effect as I can. And look at that, perfection every time. Now this time I'm using it with the Born Pretty top coat, and the same thing. You'll see that I apply a good amount of chrome powder on top of it, fill in all the spaces, rub it in, and then go over it with my finger just to ensure that all that glitter, the chrome like this, is as shiny as possible and mirror effect. Look at that, amazing. If you're finding your top coat has gone all bumpy and it just doesn't look right, all you have to do is remove the chrome, buff the top coat, and reapply the top coat, and make sure you get the smoothest surface possible. Sometimes when creating new nail designs, you don't want to have chrome on the whole nail, you just want it in certain sections, which is called isolation, and you use a matte top coat. Now with matte top coats, not all are equal. You need to find a matte top coat that specifies to use for chrome. So the one that I just showed you, I will leave a link down below. It's just from AliExpress, I think. So I apply the top coat, I use alcohol and wipe it down clean. I use a chrome top coat, apply the design I want, and then I add the chrome powder on top. You can do this in different ways, but that's the way that I find is foolproof, and it doesn't fail me ever. And so you can see here I've just put, just done a random design. We'll use a sponge, apply the top coat, use a clean sponge and wipe over any excess, and then I'll dust it off. Then from this point on, I will ensure that my chrome will seal and that I won't have any peeling. So I'll go around the edges of the nail with a buffer, and then I'll use something called Sticky Bond, which is from a local place to me, to seal the edges. Then I use a base coat, and then I proceed everything like normal. This will make sure that the edges are sealed, that there's something to grip onto. So if you just apply chrome and then go straight on the top coat, there's two shiny surfaces together and they won't grip up. So as you start to use them throughout the day, you'll find that it will start to peel from the sides and the edges. This is why we buff them first. If you don't have a sticky bond, that's totally fine. You can just buff the edges, use a top coat, make sure you dust it, make sure there's nothing on it. And as you can see, I have no problem with the chrome going all strange and weird and just not looking nice. Here is a way, I'm showing you here how to layer the chrome. So just put a nude base, put a chrome all over the nail, and then I'm going back in to buff the sides of the nail to make sure that the matte top coat will adhere, and then I go in and do the other chrome design, and then I seal it all together to ensure that nothing will peel or flake as a person wears their design or as you wear your design, and it will be flawless. There are so many different ways you can use chrome. Be very expressive with it and trial and error and just go ham in practicing and teaching. And before you know it, you'll nail the isolation, nail the chrome, and you won't have any problems with it. And here's a beautiful design that I had with layered chromes for a custom order. I hope everyone has a great day. God bless and enjoy.